Hello, hello. Hello, hello. All right, now it's working. All right, now it's working. Yeah, so hello, everybody. Hey, Richie, Ian, anybody else who might join? So, yes, we are in the new world of PlayStation 5, so we're having to learn all the new tricks and trades of this thing. So, we're going to do a recap of the final round of eDTM Season 1 in the pro lobby. So we raced it in Nürburgring GP today, and it was pretty full lobby. We had a pretty, 16 people you can have in a lobby. We had 14 drivers and one commentator, Rue. So Snow Leopard, he did it. So we'll go through the field real quick. We'll do a recap of who we had in. So we have so on pole we have VQS Holman, Joe, and then Jack Balding, and T-Woo 82. And so let's see. Okay, here we go. Then T-Woo, Jack LaMotta, and JD, GLR, Enra, Mungura Scorpion, Mikey, and Neil, GLR Seal, Maestro, and then M3 guy, also known as Nick, myself, and Damo, and JB Balding, Jack's brother. So again, qualifying times were being set in the 53s, I believe, by Holman. He said it with a 53 and. Oh, thanks, thanks, Ian. Yeah. We'll gloss over season 2, how we're going to stack that up towards the end. So this pro lobby, and we have 30-minute race on soft and or medium tires, depending on what the driver wants to do. Starting on 65% fuel or liters of fuel, and car choices are limited, and pretty much kind of tries to mimic what the German DTM series, the Deutsch Touring Masters, whatever. So, all right. So let's hit the play button, and we'll watch. See how it goes. So we qualified. The qualifyings, they were at 53s, mid 53s for Holman and Jack, and then most everybody else was in the 54s, and then 55s, mid 55s. So all towards the back. So yeah, a couple seconds covering the field, which is pretty close actually when you think about it. It's over almost a 2-minute lap. So all right, there we go. So we're starting in 12th out of 14. So. Mikey. Here we go. Coming in the first turn's always a bit of a mess as we go through the field. I got Holman in the front and Jack, and it's pretty clean. I don't think there was any contact made for most part that it affected anybody's races. So let's see. As I come out of the turn, little contact by Jamie, no big deal, nothing intentional there. And then through the Mercedes complex, whatever it's called. Holman. Holman at the front, followed by Jack. JD's back there with Enra. Taewoo. Jack LaMotta. Agora. Maestro. 3 guy. Mikey. Seal. And then Damo. Coming through the Schumacher S's for the first time. Get a good run on him, but kind of in a no man's land. To back off. Don't want to force any kind of bad pass. And I don't really know the corner names here that well. It's fast, kink. It's always easy to get sucked into the draft, and don't want to force a pass either. It's early days. A lot of chances of getting a penalty there in that chicane, the bus stop. Yeah, Mike, you had a little bit of a... We can go back and look at it if you want. You definitely recovered, though. It's easy to overcook, and... Okay, so we'll go back. So as we come through here, again, down the front straight, easy to get a good draft going into turn 1. And we move back forward. So I got a good run on Damo, but yeah, that... going into turn 1, I kind of missed my brake mark. I'm trying to make a pass, but I kind of missed it. And I was trying to make sure that I didn't cut him off. And I was trying to avoid both cars. And luckily, I just barely got a little bit of a piece of Jamie again. So apologize to Jamie. You know, not anything we wanted to do. Trying to go with the lesser of 2 evils. Trying to give room. Trying to give Damo some room here. Don't want to make another bad pass. And then I think get the pass made there. So, and then unfortunately Damo catches the inside curb and it kills his drive. And I was wondering why he fell off the back, and that was why, just too much curb. Something I would have done too. So. And now it's try to catch up. I mean, again, we qualified ahead of Jamie. So it would be, you know, nice to get ahead, but we'll see if we can just put in some good laps. See what's going up ahead here. A nice little clutch of cars here. And there's Mike. He did qualified well. Kind of like put a bit of a... Gave himself a bit of a difficulty trying to get back to where he was. Got some contact in view here. I mean, it's contact's okay as long as you don't try to capitalize on it. Yeah, Mikey, I always liked the Aston. I'd gotten into this BMW and used to Aston quite a bit, but kind of getting back to this group a little bit. Again, we're not really anywhere near our qualifying pace. We're about 2 seconds off of it, but so Yeah, I was looking at the history on my cars, and the car that I have the most miles in is the R8, and I haven't used it in a while. And after that, it's the GTR, which we can't use in this. Yeah, very easily, very easily. I think the only thing with yeah, he could easily be on tour. Jack is easily fast enough for that. He's always in the top 10, depend on daily race times and time trial times. So I had a little bit of a little incident here from Maestro. Jamie's capitalized on that, making up a couple spots. Luckily, part the ways there. So, yeah, you have to. He has just over 4 years, but he can't compete. Oh, yeah, he's got to be older. Yeah, it's got to be. So, yeah, the Aston's like a lot of cars. I mean, this is where we lose Endra, and you have to find out where to shift that V12. It's can't rev it out like a lot like the this BMW. You can make really good power and not rev it out. You know, when you got fuel multipliers engaged, you gotta find out where that ideal shift point is and adjust from there. We start with the Aston. You got to shift it a little sooner than you think. It's normally aspirated engine. You think you'd want to rev it out, but I don't think you really want to. So, yeah, still a little bit of stuff going on. I've kind of lost touch here with the group ahead of us. Not really finding a good rhythm at all. Just trying to stay on the track, try to capitalize on any mistakes. But you've had a few. What's up, Ryan? So, yeah, at least we got better graphics now, I hope, with this PlayStation 5. Trying to put it out in the highest quality that I can. So. And go through the field again here. And Jack's gotten ahead of Joe or Holman. And Tewu, he's almost kind of in a bit of a lonely race because LaMotta's behind him, but behind him by about a second and a half or so. And these guys are in the 54s. Almost identical lap times. There's JD, the Merc. Really thought about the Merc. A lot of people are going to be using the Merc next season, so quite a bit of car manufacturer changes for a lot of people. Magura. Some pressure from Mikey. Or Mike. Mikey taking his time, biding his time. There's Jamie. Jamie's doing a good job of staying right in the mix. I mean, I understand how really fast this group of drivers are. You've got VQS guys in this lobby and other people. It's amazing how the talent level is. Nick and Neil. Got Maestro, and I'm back there. So we've gotten back to them, but passing these guys is a huge, huge ask. So very hard to do. Yeah, so definitely. Jamie's a few years. Yeah, yeah. He's young. I think Jamie's on pad, and Jack is on a Fanatec setup. No. Yeah, getting into these other drivers ahead here is it's easy enough, but getting past them, Jamie with a little bit of a going wide there. Yep. And Nick capitalizes on that, gets past him. And then we have a run on Maestro. Luckily he sees it coming and gives the room, which is great. Yeah, Ryan, we grew up in a different era. At least I know I definitely did. I grew up in a way different era than most of you guys. So, and I mean, most kids want a phone before they want anything else. And here's Maestro. And if you go back and look at that, is he's got a good run on me. He's going to get in the draft, and then he's got an easy, just got to put the car in the braking zone, and there's nothing really I can do. So I kind of expected it too, and I knew he was going to do it. Tiny little bit of contact, but nothing bad at all. Not that affected me. So, well, I remember cell phones when you'd buy minutes. You'd buy minutes, and you had a number of texts, and then they came out with pictures. When cameras had phones on them, or phones had cameras on them. And car phones, so yeah, it's a whole new world now. We got a nice little battle here with everybody. And just wanting to try to stay in contact, at least have a race, Yeah, you had to buy ringtones. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, my first phone was a Nokia, and then at work we got Nextels, and that first, here we go going into the pits. Yeah, that first phone I let it go. I didn't even keep the number. I just let it die. And then I got a work phone. So after I got my work phone, then we got Nextels, and then I got Nextel. So push to talk, which was pretty cool. So. Snakes, Tetris, Brick Attack, Minefield, all those quality games I used to have on phones. Even had a BlackBerry. They stopped supporting BlackBerries. So I had push to talk Nextel, a BlackBerry. That was from work though. And then flip phones, the Razors. I mean, they had a Crazer. So we come out of the pits, and we got Jamie behind us. Jamie must have short fueled, or because he definitely didn't hit it. I didn't notice how much fuel he had when he went in. Naki. Is that what it's called? Naki? I had this one phone, and it was a flip phone, but it had a full keyboard. I still have it. It's up in the office. I don't know if it was a Motorola or what it was. But then the first smartphone I had was an HTC, an Incredible. That was a really nice phone. It's tiny as heavy. It's the tiniest phone nowadays. It's smaller than the smallest. You know, the original iPhone was really small. Have you ever seen an original iPhone? Them things were tiny. I don't even know where my original Motorola is. I think I traded it in. I don't know what I did with it. I mean, I'm on no key, as Mikey says. Oh, a little bit of too much gas there. So we figured out this is going to be a 17-lap race, and so we pitted on lap 7. Yeah, phones are ridiculously expensive. I have a Samsung S20 Ultra, and I got it a year ago, probably a year ago in February, so 2021 I got it. And it's a 2-year-old phone now, so and that phone was like $1,500, brand new. I got it for $650, a year old, you know. But brand new phone. It was brand new, but it was a year. You know, the S21s are out, so I got it for $650. So, and it's way bigger than I like. I'm not really a fan of it. I wanted a smaller phone, but yeah, well. So yeah, we can talk about season 2. So this year we had pros and AMs, and because you really didn't know, everybody didn't know, didn't have a basis to qualify people and what divisions they went into. It was basically based off of driver rating. So if you were A or A plus, you got put in the pros, and if you were a B or anything else, you got put in the AM division. But there's still some pretty fast people in the AM division. So I formulated a qualifying, which if you follow any of the other guys that are in this race, a lot of the Jacobo and Moomin, some of the other guys that did the qualifying lobbies, we did qualifying and sorted each other out by times. And now we're going to have 3 lobbies next season, season 2, for the pros, and at the top, and pro-ams in the middle, and the amateurs. So 15 drivers per. So it's going to be pretty big series. So I got top shelf drivers, still got VQS in there, and other guys that don't own teams that are still very fast. A lot of our GLR guys. So who would I say the racers to look out for in the 3 leagues? Well, you'd have to look at the leagues. Let's go into the see where the breakdown is. Registered drive. No, that's not it. I've got to find out where it's all at. That's not it. Nope. I'm gonna try to find out where. Trying to find where the season 2 drivers list is. The breakdown is. That's not it. Where is it? Qualifying slot choices. That's not it. Where is it at? No, that's not. Where is it? Trying to find out where the. Here we go. So, definitely in Pro, Jack and Holman and Scotty and R. He's definitely fast. Golden Blotto, I'm not really sure. So, I mean, that's the top. I mean, after that, in the Pro lobby, it's going to be a battle for everything else after like 4th or 5th place. You always want to watch out for the GLR guys. So in the amateur division, I'm going to go over Scorpion, who's in here. He's qualified the fastest in the amateur. And Revale, very fast. Cordell, our own GLR Cordell, going to probably be one of the top choices, I would say. Maestro, he's in there. Jamie Balding is also in the amateurs. If he can get to grips with the controller, show a little bit more consistency, he's definitely got the pace. So I would definitely see Jamie as being somebody who could move up in the standings, because he showed it. He showed it in this race. He's got the pace for sure. I mean, he fell off the back here. It's just some racecraft and some strategy. I mean, he's still really young, so his brother can definitely help him out with that. And in the amateurs, there's a lot of new people. I can't really tell you. I'd say RTO Anderson, know him. Franken from South Africa. I mean, there's Falconer. There's guys in here that haven't got a lot of chance to race against a lot of them, because of the 2 leagues that we've run between the Hugh Hattrick TCR and eDTM. But I've raced pretty much against all the pros, and so we catch up here with the race. So we've made our way 10th, and we've got Jamie and Raisto fighting, but I'm right there. So we're trying to run away, but it's not really working out well. We're kind of late so far in our on our tires and our fuel. So we're starting to show a little wear on our racing soft tires. Plenty of fuel, and not really putting in any laps to write home about. Just kind of like keeping them, as long as they fight, that helps me. So I can't really take any kind of, I can't push a lot, can't push too hard, because right now fuel saved to where I don't know how much gas I've got. And if I push too hard and over rev this car, it will take away all the gas that I think I have. So we're at lap 13 of 17, so we've got 5 more laps to go. Yeah, 13, 14, 15, 16, so you have 5 more laps to finish. So, yeah. Yeah, I think for you, Ryan, the biggest problem is it's just to run the races. It's always you got to just run the races and see how it comes out. It's really, you're still going to have to qualify. You're going to have a strategy. You're going to have to put the time in. So you got to get to know your car too, and you know that you're going to be running the R8 next season. So got to know your car, know what it's what's good on and what it's not good on. So next season I'm staying with the BMW. Thought about using the Mercedes. Thought about using the R8 too. Cars I have experience with. Kind of debated the Aston Martin, but I do know this car. I'm comfortable with it, so. So go back through the field here. We still got. So Jack is kind of got a pretty good separation between Joe. But he was, it's just separation between some really good drivers. Jack and Joe at the front here just so fast, and it just feels kind of got strung out a little bit. Jack LaMotta, JD's quite a few seconds behind him. Mike is quite a few seconds behind. I'll say quite a few, a couple to 3 seconds behind. And you got a little battle here. Well, Maguri is right behind Mikey. Got a lot of patience on this Dunlop turn, I think it's called. This is Dunlop. I think they changed the name though this year. I think it's either Pirelli or Michelin. Might be Pirelli because I think eDTM, I think it's Michelin. I think they changed it. It's another tire brand now. And Seal's within striking distance. Nick kind of having a lonely race, and so here I am with Maestro getting that back straight, trying to make sure give each other a lot of room. We can go back and look at that again. We'll go back. So he's got a nice run through here, but he's going to be on the outside going into the chicane, and our car's still right there. Got to be really careful on the throttle coming out of that chicane if you jump those curbs like that. Final turn. Don't hit the guardrail. Can't say I've never done that. There is a nice run. He's the same thing. Got a nice run. He's going to have the switch back. I've played defensive, just kind of like park it where I think he's going to be. He's got the inside coming into Mercedes. And I got to let off. Yeah, I got to let off so I can make that apex, not get a penalty. Yeah, my tires are pretty shot too. The fronts, I'm not getting any bite in the turn. I probably could have changed the brake bias to be more front bias so I could maybe get a little bit more, but they would have worn out. And then tragedy. So we don't have much time left, and a bit of overfuel. So 15 laps. We didn't get as many laps as I thought we were going to get because pretty much this is it. So 15. So yeah, we got fewer laps than we were all expecting. At least I think we got 15 laps, and the two or three at the front got an extra lap. So coming down into Dunlop, I shift into first, which I should have never done. I hadn't. Too much torque in the differential, and just kicks me sideways. Now I got to worry about Jamie coming up and stealing 11th from me. It's like no. Fuel. I got plenty of fuel, but let's see. Maestro has not a lot of fuel, and we have 29 seconds, 29 and a half, 29 minutes, 30 seconds left. So if Maestro goes another lap, he won't make it. He'll run out of gas. So he slows down. Where am I at? So Maestro slowed down so he wouldn't do another lap because he was going to run out of fuel. And I asked him about post-race, and I wondered why he slowed down, and I guess that's why, because he wasn't going to make another lap around. He'd run out of fuel. If I wouldn't have made a mistake at Dunlop and spun out, I would have been right there with him, and possibly we both would have had to make another lap. So I would have had enough fuel. He wouldn't have had enough fuel. He was going to lose the position. Hindsight being 2020, he should have went full throttle because he had enough to go full throttle across the line. He would have gotten 10th place because his race would have been over. He would have ran out of time somewhere around it. Actually, no, he would have probably still had to go all the way around. Either way, I would have crossed the line in 11th place. He would have crossed the line still having to finish another lap in 10th place. He wouldn't have made up a position, but he wouldn't have lost a position. But that's hindsight. When you're doing these races, sometimes you just forget what's going to happen. And when I saw him slowing down, I didn't want to pass him because I figured he did a good job racing, and he had earned 10th place. But I guess there's two checkered lines, and I think he stopped at the one that's not the checkered line. There's one a little bit further down, and I had passed him by then. So 10th place for me, unfortunate for him, and that's that. So as you see, he's trying to slow down. I don't know if that's the start finish line. That's not the start finish line. It's the next one, I think. Yeah, that's the start finish line. There's two checkered lines, and he stopped at the one he shouldn't have stopped at. Wouldn't have made a difference anyway, I think. Well, unfortunate for him. So. Well, there's not a lot of more battles going on here. Like he's got a little bit of a battle going on. We've got Neil behind him too. Yeah, so I think the pace is quite a bit quicker, maybe, and that's why you'd think you'd click down the laps faster and get more laps in the same amount of time. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a whole 2 minutes, so I don't know how that worked out. Maybe it was some battling slowed everything down. I don't know. That's weird. So, yeah. So next season is going to start. Let's finish watching this race. Going around the dreaded Dunlop. These are just like my observations with how they guys came back together, trying to break the draft. I mean, it's really, you can't really fight the draft off, but you can put your car in a position to where you can't. Mike, you're welcome, buddy. Well done by our GLR brothers. So that's that. So yeah. So yeah, let's see. Look at the look at our livery here. We'll have to go there. So let's go there. This is our show off our livery for next season. To go to livery editor is the way to go and look at it. So open design. Some of the other ones. This is one we will look at. So yeah, this is our livery for next season. Yeah. So going with the Liqui Moly, kind of little bit of Turner Motorsports inspired design in some ways. Turner Motorsports stripes on the side here, just kind of modified them a little bit, and the decal layout's similar. So yeah, required number boards created by Dirk, and rear Vanitech. And we've got this underlayment of triangles, which I think looks pretty cool. So, yeah, this should be fun. I had to go with the yellow lights. Don't really look good on this car, and I went without the standard windshield thing, and I made one to look like eDTM. So I think it looks pretty cool. And alternating red and blue. Kind of look cool. I like it. So yeah, we had made another livery when we had our PlayStation 4, and when it died, I lost that livery. I couldn't go in and adjust it. So I'll show you that one if we can see it. And thank you, Mikey. And library. Car livery. It's this one. So this is the one I was going to use, but that's when I thought I was going to be in Pro-Am, but we put down too good a lap time and put ourselves into Pro. So we are going to we're going to have an interesting time in Pro, that's for sure. So we should have some friends to play around with, hopefully. So, and this is another, like, honestly, a Turner inspired livery. So I like the yellow and the blue. Really, I like it. I think it stands out against a lot of the other ones. And I could probably make this again. It just it's all I need to do to make this one work is change the number boards, and I can't change the number boards. That's all I need to do, and I can't do it unless I remake the whole thing. So, unfortunately, so But it's a livery I really like, that one. And then and some of the other ones we did. This is our Mad Panda from 2018, I think. It's the older AMG. So, yeah. I think most of these liveries we have are in. This is our HTCR livery. Yeah, liveries. Yeah. This is the Renault Megane we used for the Hugh Hattrick TCR. A lot of fun. Probably not the most competitive car. I was the only one using this car. So, yeah. But yeah, I like the car. So, well, thanks everybody for watching. I hope I found it entertaining. Don't forget to like, and most of you guys already subscribed, but if you watch this later and you like what you see, hopefully we get some more stuff. Again, we're on a new PlayStation 5, so we'll get some new content going out. Some ACC's coming out with a new version, and Gran Turismo 7's coming out. So hope to crunch out some better stuff. We got to figure out all the different things that the PlayStation 5 can do for us. And yes, one of the last liveries, complicated liveries I did on PlayStation 4, the Bimmer World SRO America's GT4 Redline Oil number 34. So, yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Richie. Yeah. And that's it. Yeah. Other little liveries. But again, thanks again for watching, everybody. And we will catch you hopefully in a couple weeks. We'll have a new race series coming out. Maybe do some practices. And we find out what the tracks are going to be. So, again, thanks for watching. Good night.